Montreal is in where are they today? I don't even remember. Carolina to take on the Hurricanes on this New Year's Day. So happy New Year, everybody! Let's hope for a New Year's win for Montreal. Nick Suzuki is a member of Team Canada. Announced yesterday. Nick Suzuki, a member of Team Canada. So congrats. And I'm hearing Cole Caulfield will be named to USA team tomorrow, I do believe. All right, so I've got my usual stuff. I've got the stats and all that, and we're going to get to the game as the Hangout starts now. All right, so I'm hoping for a good game tonight. Carolina, it's actually a good time for Montreal to catch Carolina. They are a little vulnerable now. Let's get right to it. Montreal scored 48 goals in 15 December games. Carolina scored 44 in 14 December games. Montreal was 8-4-3 in December. Carolina was 8-5-1 in December. In 2025, record for Montreal, 44, 26, and 14. That's for the calendar year, seventh best in the league. Cole Caulfield had 37 goals, and Nick Suzuki 97 points, which was third best behind only Nathan MacKinnon and Connor McDavid. Habs' last win in Carolina was April 7, 2016. 12 losses since then. Tonight is Jacob Dobish versus Brandon Bussey. Bussey averages almost a little under 2 goals a game allowed. What did I write here? I don't know. I can't see. He's. Is that what I wrote there? He's given. All right, my writing is bad, right? Just right there. Can't read those 2 words. He's given more than 2 goals just once in his last 6, and lost just 1 game in regulation so far this season, and 1 in overtime. Bussey's save percentage is .787 when down a man. So when they have a power PK, he's just .787 save percentage. So yeah, let's hope they get a lot of penalties. Missed that. With Jacob Slavin and Shane Dawson-Beer out, Habs have a bit of an opportunity against Carolina. All right. I don't know why I did all that before saying, hey, got the Guess the Score contest. Guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game. And you can pick one guy from each team to accomplish that feat. If you're the first person in the chat with that correct guess, you win $15 off the purchase at the merch store. My guest today, and this is I had it 4-3 Montreal originally. I read stuff about Bussey. I dropped it to 2-1. Still taking Montreal. Giving the first goal to Slavkovsky. And I had picked Jarvis, but he's not in the game tonight, so I've got Aho for the first goal. Slav and Aho are my choices. Leave your guesses in the chat, and good luck to everybody. Let's see. Leading in assists for defensemen in the league is Lane Hudson. That was after. I think it's still in effect. So Lane Hudson with 33, Cale Makar 32, Evan Bouchard 30, and Heiskanen and Quinn Hughes 27 each. So Lane Hudson leading in assists for defensemen. And then we got this also. Nick Suzuki, I said trail only McKinnon and McDavid, yes. And Hudson, I guess I repeated myself there. Standings. For the Atlantic, Detroit, Tampa, Montreal, that's 1, 2, and 3. And they're separated by 3 points total. Metropolitans got Carolina, New York, and Flyers 1, 2, 3, and they're separated by 4 points total. Wild cards, Capitals, And the Sabres in a wild card, first time in, when was the last time they were in a playoff position? I don't even know. And then the Panthers just sitting just outside of that. Refs tonight are Corey Severette and Brandon Blandina. Garbage. My opinion. Last 10 games, Canadiens are 6-1-3, and they beat Florida last game. And the Hurricanes are 6-3-1, and they lost to Pittsburgh in their last game. Players to watch over the last 5 games for points. Yuri Slafkovsky with 8, and Andrei Svechnikov with 5 for goals. Slafkovsky with 4, Svechnikov with 3, and for assists, Lane Hudson with 7, and Nick Ehlers with 3. Team stats. Power play percentage, 25% even for Montreal, 17.8% for Carolina. Sorry. Penalty kill percentage, 77.8% for Montreal, 79.4% for Carolina. So I think that's a little bit of an edge for Montreal on the power play. Face-off percentage, 49.9% Montreal, 49.5% Carolina, virtually the same. And goals for per game, 3.28 Montreal, 3.23 for Carolina, and goals against per game, 3.26 for Montreal and 2.90 for Carolina. Slight edge to Carolina, but slight. Goalies tonight, Jacob Dobish, 12-5-3, 2.90 goals against, 8.94 save percentage. And Brandon Bussey, 13-1-1, 2.08 goals against, and a 9.12 save percentage with a shutout. Carolina lines are Aho, Ehlers, and Svechnikov, Stankoven, Robinson, and Blake, Stahl, Carrier, I guess that's his brother, right? And Martinuk, Jankowski, Hall, and Kokonyemi. KK still there, line 4 now. Pairings, Nikishin, Walker, Miller, Chatfield, and Riley, ex-Hab Mike Riley, and Nystrom. For the Habs, I don't think much has changed. Suzuki, Caulfield, Texier, Kapanen, Slavkovsky, Demidov, Deneau, Bolduc, Anderson, Delano, Blay, and Gallagher are the lines. The pairings are Matheson and Dobson, Hudson and Carrier, Jackeye, and Struble. And while I'm at it, before they start, January promotion. Order any combination of 4 of these Habnormals products and get a free Habnormals mugs. That's Habnormals runners, Habnormals shorts, Habnormals tee, and a Habnormals hat. You can order 4 hats, 4 shirts, or 1 of each, and you qualify. So no code needed. Just make the order, and it'll automatically be added to your cart. All right, they're underway. I didn't get to anybody in the chat. Hey, peoples. Let me turn that on. This here. All right, Guru, 4-2 Habs, Anderson, Svechnikov. Matt Greer, all well, Matt. Thanks for asking, appreciate it. 3-2 Texier, and you can pick also a Carolina player. Joe, 4-3 Habs, Caulfield, or Ehlers. Traveling on a train shortly, almost 2-hour train trip to see relatives. Nice. By the time you get there, game will be over. But nice. Have a safe trip. Paul, hey Paul. 3-2 Carolina, Caulfield, Jarvis. You got to pick somebody else. Jarvis not in the game. I had Jarvis too. I had to change. Phil says redraft Hudson, Slaft, and Cooley. Hudson, Slaft, and Cooley? No. Probably Cooley over Slaft, but I'd take Slaft. No problem with it. Hey there, Eric. Not having Matheson won't help. Matheson is, why, is he not in the lineup? I missed that then. So he is out. Okay. You just said it now there. Oh, he couldn't take the warm up. So Strubal's out there instead. No, Strubel was out. Angstrom is out there then tonight. Canadiens take winter this day, 2016. Canadiens take Winter Classic. Habs beat Bruins 5-1, largest margin since Winter Classic began nearly a decade earlier. And nothing, no suspension, no fine, no nothing on that. Unbelievable. Hey, by 4-3, Habs, Demidov, Ehlers. Bill's got 6-3. Gallagher first goal. Yeah, you take Aho. That's what I did actually. I took Aho as well instead. Charles, how's it going, Charles? Good to see you out there. How's it going in Nassau? How's the weather? Renegade Man 4-2 Habs. Bolduc scores the first goal. Doug, hey Doug, 4-2. Cole or Hall? Happy New Year to you, Charles. Walk into doors of uncommon favor blessings. Sounds nice. Fast ice tonight, says Paul. I appreciate that, Charles. Yes, here we go. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that, Matt. I appreciate that. You'll be that one will be added into the draw as well. You never know. I'll have the draw before I send you this thing, and I'll send you all. I'll send you everything. Maybe I'll wait for that to see if you win. Yeah, no, I had that up. Funny that Ryan Suzuki hasn't made Carolina Hurricanes roster since being drafted. What's funny about it? He didn't make it because his brother's a lot better than him, I guess, as a hockey player. David, 4-1 Habs, Hudson Stahl. Hudson will score the game winner as well. Well, Nick Suzuki, very understated goal. I didn't see it, but Nick Suzuki opened the scoring. So just as I got to the end of all the comments, hey there, Andre. Happy New Year to you too. Happy New Year, buddy. Again, I didn't see it properly. Texier. Oh, that happened. That was quick. Little drop pass from Texier, and he one-timed that from the circle right in. 1-0 Montreal. A quick lead. Oh, already almost 4 minutes into this game. That's quick. It's cold, 64. Yeah, you should see it here. But for there, it's cold. Here we are. I don't know if it's at -20 yet. -20, it's going to feel like -26. And I can attest, came in just not too long ago with my dog. It is cold out there. -26 today. Next week, Wednesday, Thursday, I think we're going to be at 0, supposedly. Or I should say 2, 1, and then 0. Wow. Kapanen just put another one in. We're 2-0. I'm watching it. It's like I was almost shocked there. Yeah, whoever had Suzuki, did anybody have Suzuki? If you didn't, yeah, it's over because Suzuki got the first one, and Kapanen from Demidov with the second one. Boom, 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 boom. Out go the lights. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the ass tonight. It's not automatically dropping down for the. Oh, no, there we go. Nick may be very excited. He might have a really good game after being named to Team Canada. Carolina is not playing well lately. I think they might miss Slavin and Gospazier more. Hey, Larry the Cable Guy. It's 1 degree in BC. It's a lot freaking colder here. 25 in Sydney. Babe, Demidov has he's a sublime passer almost. Nice, Larry. Awesome. A lot better watching than listening. A lot better. Don't tell Phil that though. Kapanen is doing just fine. He definitely solidifying his spot. We sent you out, Alberta. Clip it. What is that? What's an Alberta clip it? Engstrom with a chance there. Yeah, one-handed though. He didn't get anything on that. I mean, Habs are also due for a win here in Carolina, so let's hope that adds up to this adds up to it. But I mean, we're far from over yet. Yeah, no worry, Larry. You know what to do. Send me the link. I'll change the links. Mr. Hood is unrivaled. Really? I wouldn't say that myself personally. Oh my God, they're getting chance after chance. Another one there. I think that was Blade, but he couldn't get it. The puck. He just couldn't corral the puck there. Um, but we don't know that though, Andre. Right? We don't know. I think you're right, but you never know. They could give up a few goals, and then we're chasing it again. But I hope that does not happen. Hey there, Jean. Happy New Year to you too. Thank you for that, buddy. An Alberta clippet is an awful cold spell originating from Siberia. I think a Chinook starts in Arctic, right? Alberta, 180 degrees to BC over Pacific, then returns. Well, I know we're going to be really cold through, I think, through Sunday, and then Monday it clears up. It gets a little warmer. I want to say Monday, it might be Tuesday. And then it's like 10 days where we're supposed to be, decent. So it's just one of those cold spells that we got here right now. No fun. Larry, I don't know who Mona Shores is. What that is? Oh, it's colder than -15 in Montreal. Wait, what's the name? Shove me some knowledge. I like that. It's a cool name. Welcome to the channel, dude. You can set your watch on a Chinook 26 hours. No, it's not a Chinook. A shitty video feed. Alberta Clipper is the Russian agent. Who won the World Junior Championships? It's not over yet. Monday. It'll be a gold game. The gold and bronze games are on Monday. What time I got? Time for you to get a watch, but no. 13:03. They're just about to face off. I always predict an outcome. I've got it 2-1. Montreal. Jeez, Habs are falling down everywhere. Three Habs fell trying to defend that. Hey, Chicago Joe. Happy New Year, buddy. What a start. That saucer pass by Demidov was insane. Glad we're catching Canes when they're down. Yeah, no, me too. And also, I mean, like I said, 12 losses in a row. We're kind of due for a win in Carolina. We beat them 2 of 3 games last season. The one loss was here in Carolina. Well, Larry, did the Lumberjacks play on the national team? If they didn't, they're not in the World Junior Championships. It's national teams. To make KK look bad, Habs don't have to do anything to make KK look bad. He just has to go out there and play right now. That's it. And he looks bad all on his own. Some big hits there against the boards just happened. I don't know who got hit, but all right. So we are. Let's see. There's it's 10:45. How's that? 10:45 left in the first. Shots are 4-3, favor Montreal, and we got 2-goal lead. Got a really not a great feed, so video's not great. When it gets back to where I can really see what I'm looking at better, I'll do some play by play. But I hate this feed, kind of blurry, blurry and a little dark. High stick touch the puck. I want to say whistle. Now Matt was supposed to join me today. He on Tuesday he told me after the game he told me he'd be here today, and then today comes around. Nope. So I don't know. Probably hungover. Montreal taking a penalty. Somebody's down on the ice. Doesn't look like he's in. Doesn't look like he's feeling great. Ehlers. Ehlers is down. Down and out. So we'll go on the PK here. Their power play is not great, 17.8%. So let's see if that's the case. Ehlers looks like he may have a headache right now. And Texay going off. Andre, you're from the future. Joe's from the future. Yep. We're still back in January 1st, man. All the way back January 1st. Joe, I don't know if there wasn't much support around him necessarily was the problem. They rushed him a little bit, yes. And anyway, he left here the way he left. And we don't need to get revenge or be upset because he got revenge on himself. His career is all the revenge we need. Ehlers took a shot from the circle, and it's 2-1. Power play goal. Carolina, power play goal, 2-1. Ehlers. So, okay, Phil, you're on the radio. You're listening. Tell me, like, describe what you saw with your own eyes on that play. That you could describe it and say, "Oh man, that was awesome." Go. Wait. Yeah, I never heard of those guys. To be honest with you, Larry. KK can be traded. They tried to trade him. Who did we just get there for Dano? They tried to get Dano with KK, and we got Dano with a second round pick. So we are sitting at 8:25 left here in the first. Shots are 5-5. Tied up at 5 there, and it's 2-1 Montreal. Puck goes out, deflected off of Dobish or something. Anyway, I don't know if it touched Dobish at all. Well, Larry, we're playing the Slovaks in the quarterfinal game. Who caused the penalty? I don't know. I don't even remember the penalty, to be honest. It was that on Ehlers. I don't remember what the call was for, but it was on Ehlers. And whoever served the penalty is the one who got it. Simple. I'll have to try to find out how they did. Oh, it's not, but the tournament's not over, Larry. The round robin part just finished last night. Texier, oh yeah, Texier took the penalty. That's right. I don't remember what he did. What was the call though? I don't remember what the call was. Quite frankly, I don't think I knew what the call was at all. I didn't see it. Just know they scored on the power play. Commercial break here, by the way. Boys. Was a slashing call? Okay. It's a new year for the Montreal Canadiens, not for anybody else, just the Montreal Canadiens, apparently. Who is the color guy on this here that he was to have? Or Carolina Hurricane, I guess. Who's the color guy? I don't recognize the voice. Guru, they waited a couple of seasons to admit that it was a horrible signing. They knew it from the before the ink was dry on the signatures. I'm looking at you guys in the chat. They scored. Aho. I did not see it though. Tied up at 2. Told you guys the game ain't over. Unfortunately. He just tipped that, or yeah. I think whoever the color guy is, he basically said the way the Carolina Hurricanes create offense is they get possession in the offensive zone. That's how they create offense. And that how every fucking team creates offense? Who is this joker on the mic here on this game? If you're watching on TSN, he's the color guy. I don't know who it is, but without knowing who it is, I don't like him off the knowing that. Unless it's a guy I like, but he said stupid stuff. From the John Madden School of Broadcasting. Hey there, Bruce. Happy New Year to you too, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Boston beat Edmonton today. Aho reminds you of Cole. It would be more appropriate to say Cole reminds you of Aho then. Aho's been around longer. Mm. Hey there, Huzu. Happy New Year to you too, buddy. All right, well, we're down to 6.5 minutes to go in the first. Shots are 6-5 now for Carolina. 2-2 tie. God, not really though, Huzu. They came the two Habs goals really close together, and Carolina goals pretty much the same. Good save, Dobish, and then that's it. 3-2. Oh my God. Maybe bring Fowler in. Although I don't know that that's Dobish's fault there. Svechnikov with the goal. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like Hudson, you let a guy just stand there. Just play the guy. Play the man, not the puck. Yeah, that's a defensive breakdown there. You got switched to the French How do you get switched to the French broadcast without you doing it? I told you to be careful about. And Larry, how do you get switched? I don't get it. Paul, I don't know yet, but if there's another goal, you got to think Fowler going to come in. We'll see. Not really Dobish's fault. No, Fowler is the backup here tonight. Come on, boys. That was a bad pass by Blay. Right in, he passed into a guy with a guy draped all over his back. Jesus Christ. Yeah, there it's lackadaisical play. I'm seeing it. It looks lazy play. So let's hope they get their act together. But passing is no good. Also, hey there, Brad. But why, Brad? Carolina's got 3. Why would Montreal have to score 6 at this point? That's just a defeatist attitude. A $64,000 question, Larry. I don't have the answer. They just look lazy here tonight so far. After a good hot start, and then something happened, and they got lazy. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. That's what I'm seeing anyway. Because Dobish sucks. Earlier in the season, he was a god to you. Now he sucks? Really? His numbers aren't that bad. He doesn't suck. The defense here is letting them down. I'm not blaming this on Dobish. Andre, it kind of that's what it looks like. Is what Andre's saying, more than anything, right? It's like, but I mean, now they're down a goal. You're down a goal. Start skating. Start reacting faster. Their reactions are slow. They look like they're reacting like they're in quicksand. Are you reminding us what happened, David? I believe me, I haven't forgotten that. What's defensive breakdowns, Joe? That's really what happened. I think more so than Dobish. Well, there you go. 3-2 after one. Is there some stuff going on the ice there? All right, 3-2 after one. Great start, and then they shit the bed. All right, well, we got an intermission here, as you all know. You guys got the floor, whatever you want to talk about. That's what we'll be doing. Basically, how did KK sign 9 times 5? He signed 1 year, 6 million, and then 8 times 4.8. Yeah. It's 2 separate contracts. They don't average out. There's no average annual value to 2 separate contracts, Phil. And it was dumb signing by Carolina, and they're paying the price with a player that's got a lot of years left on a shitty contract. I'm sorry, Phil. Want to explain it to me? Like I'm 5, please? Nick and Galley should be peeling the paint off the walls in the intermission. I mean, I don't think that's how Nick leads, first of all. So, I mean, I don't know what goes on in their locker room, but I don't see Nick Suzuki being that type of a captain. Galley, I mean, that's different. But I don't think Nick's like that. He leads differently. I'm waiting for the explanation there, huh? All right. Y'all must have something to say. We got 18 people. Give a thumbs up if you're enjoying it so far, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Appreciate that if you do. Because who missed this KK? We don't miss KK. All right, what can we talk about? How about Canada? The Team Canada game last night. Good game last night. We're playing Slovakia in the quarterfinals. That could be dangerous. Anybody worried about the Canada matchup tomorrow night? Yeah. Am I worried about? I don't know. I think Canada's playing really good in the in that tournament, so I'm not too worried. But there's a few teams there that could win this tournament. Don't look past Slovakia. Well, no. Besides, doesn't matter who you're playing. It's a one game. You win or you're out thing. So you can't look past anybody. Hage's path to here is definitely on a fast track. Yeah, I would think so. He's Canada's best player at this point. Okay, David, I'm not sure even at all what you're talking about. How are we liking Phil Deneau? He's not hurting them. If anything, you'd think he's helping the D. And I don't know, was he on the ice here for any of that? I wasn't paying enough attention because I was talking to you guys. So I don't know who's at fault, but it was defensive breakdowns. I know on the second goal, I think it was, Hudson had to be. He was just standing there, letting a guy just stand there right in front of the goalie. You can't do that. Johnny Cash, not worried they will get the goals back, just a few sloppy plays. Yeah, I don't think it's guaranteed they're going to get the goals back, so I'm worried a little bit. It's Carolina. It's a team we traditionally don't not we don't do well against in Carolina. I'd be worried. Plus, it's a goalie hasn't given up more than 2 goals more than once in the last 6 games, and he's got a 204 goals against and a 13-1-1 record. Yeah, I'd be worried. I'd be worried if for them here. Guru, yeah, I think Hage and Perek, it's fair to say, are probably their two best players. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. And then you take Perek, who can be a little bit look lazy out there at times too on defense, and yet his offense definitely leading the way. So, but I mean, Hage is playing fantastic. He's got his motor. It seems like he's got um, a motor that doesn't quit. That's it. He's all over the ice, making good plays, making good passes, taking good shots, and he's producing. Yeah, Johnny, it's going to be a difficult catch up. They got to play catch up here against the goalie who's not giving up much. Doesn't mean they can't score. Doesn't mean this isn't the game where he's going to give up more than two. We don't know, but I don't like the odds going in to that, right? So, yeah, Bussy is just having a hot season. He's kind of arrived this year in the NHL. Yeah, that's a loaded panel. They're going to dissect the Olympic roster there on the panel. All right. Everybody got quiet. Oh, sorry. I don't have anything in mind to talk about. That's my problem tonight. I'm looking for stuff to talk about. What's going on with our team or around the league? I don't know. I should be more up on that. I don't know why I'm not. I guess it's because it's New Year's. What do you guys think, though, of the Olympic roster? I heard Caulfield's going to get named to the American one. Toronto is losing, so what? Do you have any traditional New Year fruit in Canada? Do we have any traditional New Year fruit? No, I don't think so, and I would never have thought of anything like it. Do you guys have it, Andre? We really needed a high percent face-off guy. Winnipeg lost because Arneal didn't put Taves on in critical face-off. At end of game, very important to have a clutch face-off guy. Yeah, I think that's something he's definitely gonna replace from that we lost in Dvorak. Excuse me. Well, that's funny. What I see there, Paul, is Polly Walnuts. Paul saying walnuts. Joe, I'm not really worried about Hudson that way. I think he'll do that, but he deserves the criticism on that goal of just literally standing there and letting. It's kind of like he looked at the guy and whatever, and looked around, and I was like, "No, take that guy out." And that was Aho, I think, and Aho scored. What's the significance of New Year fruit? Someone please tell me before my brain goes insane. I never heard of this term, New Year fruits. Never heard of it before. Is it possible it's something that no, I won't say, I'll get in trouble. Hey Thomas. It didn't start out like a tough game, but it has grown into one. The walnuts are not a fruit, or am I wrong on that? Am I wrong? Oy. You never saw a mango on a grocery shelf here. Where's here, David? They sell mangoes here all the time. In Red Deer, Alberta, they don't sell mangoes in the supermarket. That's what you're saying? Okay. In Red Deer, Alberta, this is the law. Why would they not sell mangoes in Red Deer, Alberta? It makes zero sense to me. It's weird. It's very weird. Just because you never saw any doesn't mean they don't have them, though. Julius Caesar has a lot to do with our current calendar. In what way, Phil? Don't we use like the Gregorian calendar or some shit like that? So wait a second. You guys that are talking about fruit, New Year, whatever, that's fruitcake? Well, that's Christmas. Fruitcake is for Christmas, no? Have we shifted universes? Because something going on these days. Nothing makes sense to me anymore. I'm telling you. I'm not even joking. It sounds weird, but I'm not really joking. This Christmas did not feel like any Christmas I've ever been alive for, to be very honest. Just something weird about it. I don't know if anybody agrees with me or not, but you read into what, but never noticed how December should be 10 and October should be 10th month. What are you talking about, Phil? I'm a high school dropout. Talk to me like I'm a high school dropout. How's that? So why are you calling fruitcake New Year's fruits? When did that become a thing? I never heard that before in my life. Now it's done. Well, you're in Australia, so Dundee cake. I could see that being. I never heard of that. Okay, Joe. You guys are hurting my brain tonight. I just got to tell you, you're hurting my brain. I have a headache already. I think. Why is October called the 10th month when it should be the 8th month? I have no idea. I heard this explanation that if you go back and far enough in time, they did January and February weren't really considered anything. They had 10 months, and January and February just were, and they didn't consider them months. If that were the case, wouldn't October be the 8th month? And that why Octo would work for that? If they didn't have a name for January, February, and they started at March, April, May, June, July, October, whatever, until you got to October, that didn't do that well. October would be the 8th month, and December would be the 10th month, and then they filled in and added January and February, and that's how we got 12 months. And I just heard that on in a video online from somebody that I trust in to tell the truth and not be some stupid made up story. We're underway for the second. Joe, is Dundee cake, is it good or is it fruit cake? Because I wouldn't eat fruit cake. You have a fancy degree in history and literature. So if it's a fancy degree, either from a good school or it's fancy, does bullshit. Which one is it? It doesn't take away from what I said. Did what I said make sense? Hey Lucas, we were hoping you could tell us predictions for the second. They will play hockey. There will be hockeying going on in the second. That's my prediction. Habs are on a power play, so there's something. And was Carolina on the power play? Carolina was on the power play, and it's a power play goal for 4-2 now. Well, I just hope the comeback kids are going to have a comeback kind of game because otherwise, I don't know. It's a shot. Dobish could not stop that. And it might have got redirected. Did it? It hit somebody's stick. Yep. Stahl. It hit Stahl's shaft of his stick, so there was no chance for Dobish on that one. Oh, okay, Joe. I wouldn't eat that. I don't eat fruitcake, so. But I like this the sound of the name Dundee cake. Sounds good, but it's not. David, that's not Dobish left out to dry. That was a slap shot on a power play that ticked off the shaft of a stick, changed direction at the last second on Dobish. He had no chance on that. I don't equate that with being left out to dry on that one. It was a power play as well, so I think if there's another goal, there's Fowler's coming in. Monty in net now. He's not in the game, so the backup is Fowler, and that's Rich. Brad asking for Monty. That's rich, Brad. You're Republican by any chance, Brad? If you were American, would you be Republican? I'm going to say yes, you would. Pull him anyway. I don't really disagree. Because they didn't, so I guess he's got one more in him. Yeah, Lucas, but I wouldn't want to count on, but yeah, I hope the comeback kids are, have another comeback in them. Oh, we got a fight. Aho and Jack Eye. I don't think he's gonna fight Aho. So Habs going on PK again. Slashing call. I didn't see it. I was talking to you guys and looking at the chat, and I did not see this at all. Bill, are we going to do that again? Really? Jack ice slashing. I didn't see it though. We're going to show it here. Excuse me? Where's the slash? Where's the slash? Was it a one-handed slash? Is that what they're saying? Did anybody else see the slash? I didn't. Yeah, but Phil, I didn't ask you. I asked Brad, not you. Yeah, but Lucas, they're juggling three goalies. Don't bring up Crosby and Letang. Come on. We've been there, done that. Ain't happening. And the Libertarian, well, I asked Brad. I didn't ask you about that. That's what I meant. Let's get Ovi too. Why not? How about McDavid? I want McDavid. I think we could give up. I'd send Sammy Blais and a draft pick. And I think we should get McDavid. Back medicine has advanced? What do you mean by that? Let's get Guy Lafleur out of the grave. Why not? Let's just do that. McDavid signed only 2 years, though. Still waiting. Looks like they're going to kill off this penalty. 7 seconds left on the power play. Four minutes into the second period. Can we have a good second instead of a bad one? We had a bad first overall. If we had Phil as general manager, I'm going to look for a new team to cheer for. Sorry, Phil. They got 16 games in January. Jesus. Almost 5 minutes into the second already. And it's 4-3. Sammy Blake, the guy we're trading for. See Edmonton? He scored. He's worth McDavid. 4-3. Yeah, that might be. Is that you think unassisted? That one? Hudson, I think, is going to get the assist on that. I think Hudson knocked it up ahead for him. Well, new game now. And that's real. Hudson and Gallagher with the assist. That's really what they needed. They needed a goal. And that's Boosie led up his 3 goals. It's been two times in 7 games. He's led up 3. That's something. Marchenko, you think Columbus is going to trade back for Line? You really? Isn't that where Marchenko is? Did stop there, Dobish? Ah, why did TSN want to jinx that? Habs have had 11 comeback wins this season, tied for second most in the league. Let's make it 12, man. 12. Eight minutes in to the second. Shots are 14-8 for Carolina, 4-3 Carolina. He's not much better. He's 13-1-1, 204 goals against, and a 913 save percentage. No, he's horrible, Boosie. I think you're right, Brad, because those numbers, absolute garbage. I don't even know how he's in the NHL with numbers like that, to be very honest with you. Phil talking about doing the same thing they did back when they hired Ray Jean. Well, Phil, you seem that you have it all planned out. I take it back. I take it back. But Brad, I mean, I hope tonight he can't stop a beach ball. But man, he's been good all not all season. I forget when they brought him up, but he's been good. You have other ideas, crazy ones, not like these sane ones, right? They don't play in a stadium, Phil. Wrong sport. Oh, is that Nate Thompson? Oh, I take it back. Didn't mean to insult Nate Thompson. I like him. He just doesn't. I don't like what he said. Anyway, not yet. They don't. You're gonna make them play in the stadium on AstroTurf or on regular grass. That was dangerous. Good stop, Dobish. Texier shot save. All right. Oh, another whistle already. Just about halfway through this game, and they took the shots away. I was gonna say there's somebody in the audience. Looks like Fowler wearing a Fowler jersey. Fowler. Why he looks like Fowler. Good save, Dovish. That was bad giveaway to I don't know who that was. All alone, right in front of the net, and Dovish made a good pad save. Brad, yeah, I saw that happen today. I don't know what the injury is, but yeah, he got hurt this afternoon. Going to be injuries to guys that were named to the team. There's no doubt. But that was quick. They named the team yesterday. He got hurt today. Bedard might be called up. What, from the minors? How are they calling him up? From where? Called up from where though? Is he in the minor leagues with the Olympic team, AHL team? Like, where's he called up from? Just curious. That's all. Well, we got a penalty. Aho, high sticking. Habs go on power play. Yeah, he's gonna if it's possible he'll get named to the team because of that. Yeah. I'm just being a stickler for the proper terminology, Phil. That's all. Called up. Like where they send everybody down to the minors and then call them up if they need them. Well, pushing and shoving aside of the net after a Caulfield shot and a save. All right, power play. Maybe we can tie it up with this. Don't waste the opportunity, boys. No, not a good start. It can't get set up. Oh, Phil, I would think out of cap next year, Reinbacher. Come on, boys, put something into this. Oh, it's over already. Power play's over. 7:45 to go in the second, by the way. 17-11 shots on goal for Carolina. It's 4-3 Carolina. Come on, boys. You don't see it. I didn't ask if you saw it. I said I see it. You asked me. Yeah, I know he's playing really well. Apparently, well, I think he'll be fine for next year, in my opinion. Obviously, I could be wrong. I mean, obviously. Dangerous. Couple of giveaways that were dangerous here. Anyway, no damage done. Oh, Valeno with it all alone in front, and what does he do? Fires it wide. No offense, Joe Valeno. .509 to go. Face-off's going to be in front of Dobish. Anyway, so far so good, really. In the end, right? We're only down by a goal. That's not so bad. They're capable of coming back. Yeah, would look like it was going to get out of, was going to get away from them. Yeah, so far so good. That's what I'm going with. I will take this minute while I'm doing what I'm doing to remind you all about tomorrow's game. Team Canada versus Slovakia. It's an 8:30 start tomorrow night for the quarterfinal matchup. And then Saturday, Sunday, we got afternoon games. They're in St. Louis on Saturday at 4 and in Dallas on Sunday at 2. So don't forget those. Sunday also is a semifinal game. Don't know if Canada's going to make it or not for sure, but it's a semifinal game. And I'm going to imagine that if they make it, it'll be the later game. So probably also 8:30. So just keep you up to date. If I'm able to, I'm going to do both games tomorrow on Sunday, I should say. But they have to make it there, Canada. That's not for sure yet. But I do like their chances. I mean, but Slovakia worries me. Slovakia could be a tough game. This has been, I want to say, like a pretty slow game. Started at 7. It's been a slow game, choppy stop start, not fluid. Like, I don't know. It's been a weird game so far for me. You ate like a glutton tonight. I guess people do that, right? New Year's Day, you have a big meal. I'm not really doing that. I'm gonna eat though after the game. Of course, I got to cook, but what can you do? I never read the Obelix. What were it was two characters, no? Obelix and something, no? Or I'm wrong about that. I never read that. Oh, scores to tie it up, Cole Caulfield. From Texier, looks like. That happened quick. That's it. Asterix a Obelix. Yeah, I mean, I'm English and went to English school. We never read that. My wife did. And probably my kids did because I think my kids did too, but not me. Nice pass by Texier. Perfect. Caulfield, one timer, no doubt about it. Good shot, good placement. 20 goals for Caulfield. Well, it looks like 40 because, I mean, we're basically halfway through the season. He's got 20. He's on pace for a little over 40. 41, I guess. The comeback kids, Larry, the comeback kids. That's what I'm calling them these days. Texier's been a good addition, without a doubt, Matt, without a doubt. Scored! Anderson! Wow, it's 5-4. Man, I wish this was the third period, though. I barely saw it. I just saw the goal go in, and I heard it was Anderson. I heard him say Anderson, so I knew, but I didn't see it really. Ah, wow. Bussy is having a bad game. Bussy, whatever the hell. Busty. Because he's being a bust tonight. That's a very uplifting story there, Phil. Period 3A. Yeah. Second overall hasn't been a bad period for them right now. This one, anyway. $2:20 to go here in a second. Good second for the Habs overall. Johnny Cash, what were you right about? Just remind me. It ain't over till it's over, type thing. Yeah, I mean that's why I did say, like, hopefully the comeback kids are here tonight because they've been. If they win this game, it'll be their 12th comeback win this season already. So that's a pretty good feat by them so far. I think also if they win tonight, they leapfrog over. I don't know who's ahead of them now. They leapfrog over whoever into second in the division. Again, seesaw up and down, up and down. 10 Habs have points. Yeah, that's really spread out. That's nice. Is it Tampa that's ahead of us? So we'll jump over Tampa. It's by a point, but still. I mean, is anybody? How do I want to put it? Period's over. 5-4 Habs after 2. How surprised are you guys that we're at game 40 tonight, and that if they win tonight, they hold second in the division, and something like 7th, 8th, somewhere in the league. Like, how surprising is that to anybody? I gotta say, I would not have. I would really, if you. I made a hot take that they'd win the division, yes, but if you really ask me, I would not have thought they'd be this doing this well right now. Johnny, no, the Wings are leading. The Wings have 3 points up on Montreal, so they can't catch them tonight. That's a surprise in itself. The Wings, I guess. The Iser plan is starting to work. About time, I guess. Hey. Uh, I'd agree with that, Matt. I would have thought, yeah, they're in that playoff picture. but no, not this good. I really wouldn't have thought, honestly. But I thought they'd have a good year, make the playoffs and all that. But I mean, halfway through the season, they've been consistently battling for that top spot. It's starting to happen. It's starting to happen. I mean, babe, like if you don't believe, like, what are you watching if you don't believe what they're doing and what's happening here with Montreal? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I guess they're watching something else. Oh, sorry. So we're in intermission. I guess I should have said that, right? Intermission. You guys got the floor. Anything you want to talk about, ask, say, state, whatever you want to do. You guys got the floor. But Guru, it is still a bit of an assumption. I mean, it is a good assumption that they'd be doing better if they'd stay healthy, but we don't know that for a fact. And that's kind of a dumb thing to say, but I think it is still true. But I do think, especially with the injuries, you guys are right that you couldn't have looked at it and they say, well, they'd have like these injuries. Oh yeah, they would be struggling maybe. The future happens now. I mean, that's not a bad thing though, right? The future happens now means they're ahead of schedule with players that are still young. I think it's a good thing because I'm kind of thinking, they'll be competitive that much longer. We're gonna have probably a good playoff run, maybe, or a good opportunity here to have a good playoff run where we wouldn't have thought that a season early, probably. You know, as a fan, yeah, I mean, I think that's fantastic. So I'm not really sad that they're ahead of. I mean, I'm not sad they're ahead of schedule. Why wait till next year to get good? Carlo Koliakovo actually made sense here for maybe the first time. No, maybe not the first time, but about Dobish. Habs should be good for first round victory. Yeah, I think they've got a really good opportunity to, win around. Yeah, and then who knows from there, right? But I think they have an opportunity to go into the playoffs and actually win around and get, and get this young team's a playoff career going. Win a round of many that they will win in the future. Is more of an Allen as a person player sad? Not exactly sure what you mean by that. I know you're talking about Jake Allen, but all right, guys, I'm gonna just take 2 minutes. I gotta go pee. I'm not gonna wait till the end of the game and suffer here. I'll be right back. Just 2 minutes. All right, that feels better. Oh, if we lose Monty at the deadline, I would think that's not their goal. Their goal is to get Monty going and have him here. Did I know Marty was diagnosed with kidney cancer? Did not know. When did you hear that? How come I didn't see that out there anywhere? He held a press conference? I missed that. Wow, I didn't know that. Damn it. Liver too. No, kidney. Okay, kidney. Well, that makes you think, eh? Man, I didn't see that anywhere on social media. How the hell did I not see that? Well, that takes some wind out of our sails here, eh? Hey, Robert. No, it was the '93 team, last Stanley Cup year. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't speculate on it with Marty. I don't. We don't know. I mean, that's just speculation. Hey there, Laura. You can't find anything online about it. So how come that could? How would that be if he's announced that today? That should be easy to search. I didn't even press the button. Yeah. I, I mean, you saw a press conference about it. Bebe's not lying. Don't worry about that. That's not. He's not. That's. He's not that kind of guy. Yeah. So I wonder if it's. Like, did somebody actually see the press conference? Yeah. I mean, no one's talking. I mean, they didn't mention it in here. Don't you think they would have mentioned it here on the broadcast here today? Anyway, I hope it's not true. And if you can't find anything, it's probably not. Yeah, babe. Then you got taken there. It's not true. I would say it's not true. That presser would. Yeah, I would have seen it. I'm on social media all day. I'm looking around all the time. I would have seen that. So I'm gonna say that's not true. What are my thoughts about the comeback kids? What do you mean by that? I mean, my thoughts are they're fantastic. They got a. I mean, the way the team's constructed, um, the depth on the team. Not surprised, good depth that helps. Look at tonight where we're getting scoring from 10 different players. I don't know. They're the comeback kids. They're young, and they seem to come back a lot. They're not out of any game in particular, unless they're really getting stomped on. Other than that, they're only down by a goal or two. Game's not over. Eric, most things are fake these days. Especially when I'm on, not so much on Blue Sky. I don't do Twitter anymore. Facebook, 90% of what I have in my feed is bullshit. I'd say 90%. I just scroll through. I don't believe anything anymore unless I can confirm it. So You got to be critical. You got to have critical thinking. If you don't think critically and ask questions, and just take things at face value that you see, you're going to get taken. So no, I have sources that I trust, and if I can't confirm it with those places, then it ain't real. I'm doing good, Laura. Hope you are too. Phil doesn't need to calm down. Don't worry about it. Just if if you don't like, I mean, he's not saying anything crazy or mad at people or screaming at people. So don't let it bother you. If you don't agree with him, you don't have to agree with him. Eric, I've seen many times people. Abe Vigoda is the one. If you want to look that one up, Abe Vigoda. They said he died 3, 4 times, and he didn't die. I mean, Laura, you see that Phil's one of the mods. There's a reason he's a mod. I don't just give anybody a mod status. All right, they're coming back for the third now. All right, we're underway. So, Robert, what does that tell you, though? When these guys get a couple more years' experience, they're going to be pretty awesome. Laura, I have no idea. Matheson was it was a decision at in the warm up. Yeah, I think we can put to bed the thing about Marty and liver cancer. It's not true. I think we can put that to bed. Something like that would not be hard to find, especially a press conference today, and you can't find it out there. It's not true then. So we'll just leave it at that. All right, so we're a minute into the third. It is, let's see, 5-4 Montreal, and 18-16 are the shots on goal. Carolina's leading that one. Yeah, baby, it's not might be false. It's false. I'm telling you, there's something I've learned over the last, I'm going to say years since Trump came back into office, right? If it doesn't take long to prove something is not real, it doesn't. A quick look, I mean, for something big like that, a quick look, you can't find it at all. It didn't happen. And I can quickly move on. And I have not been wrong very often, I'll say, in the last year. And like now, I don't believe anything I see out there until I can, unless it's from a trusted source, then that's different. But other than that, till I can prove it, and the word just gone from my fucking brain. Unless I can confirm it somewhere else that I trust, I don't believe it. And most of the stuff out there it's not even believable. A lot of it. So Phil, that's a good point. Him not having cancer is like yeah, from like we're all kind of shit. Yeah, happy, He doesn't have cancer. I'm happy for him. But I don't I'm sure he's like, I didn't think I did have it, you know? Short fuses are okay, Laura, as long as you know how to apologize when you screw up. I do usually when not usually I will apologize when I've screwed up and I've been wrong. If you can apologize when you're wrong, then we're all human. Just don't lose the ability to apologize when you're wrong. That's all. Yeah, I would think it's a concussion type thing, Phil. I didn't hear anything though with Matheson, but you got to think that. Bad lesson to learn, who's on dumb Americans. And here in Canada, guess what? Works on dumb Canadians too. And unfortunately, there's a lot of them here, and even more down there. Oh, the NHL rumors are almost all bullshit, and yeah, it's all clickbait bullshit. I think that's what I noticed it on first, though, David. So many of these stupid, and they're stupid rumors too, and just stories, and then saying, clickbait kind of a headline over a nothing story, just for you to click and get the ads that they want to show you and stuff. Facebook's the worst for it. I think Facebook's the worst for it. But I got to be on there. I'm on there we have our little chat group, so we talk all the time, the boys and me. And I do like reels. I watch a lot of reels, I have to admit. So I spend too much time doing that sometimes. All right, I'm gonna finish this off. And we got 15:45 to go in the third. Or I should say regulation, as Habs are up 5-4. Not a lot of shots happening in this period. 19-17 now in shots. That's not much added on there. As Cole Caulfield gets one, Bussy makes the save. Laura, it's called having critical thinking. Just be a critical thinker and ask questions and confirm things that if it's too good to be true or really outlandish, it's not true. That's how I do it. Marty looked happy there. Dobson, third in the league in shots blocked. Nice. Not bad for a guy who's supposed to not be good defensively. Blocking all those shots. No? Did I just do what I did on camera? I did, eh? Wasn't supposed to do that. You like the term negative growth? It's an oxymoron. Haven't heard slap all night. First period. Not much since then, though, I have to say, too. I hope this doesn't go to overtime again, though. Eh? So many games go to overtime with this team. Icing against Canadiens. Okay, Phil, you're a contrarian, aren't you? You like just to be opposite of what people say. Overtime, you don't like. Shootouts, you think are exciting. Are you serious? God, I get the shootouts can be exciting, but it's a skills competition. It's not a way to decide a game. I don't know what they do though. I don't know the alternative. But how are you saying overtime's not exciting? I mean, I don't get that. I mean, if you like the shootout, get the All-Star game on tape and just keep watching it. Oh, I'll agree with you on that, Phil. And I know they're talking about making a change to that. Is you can't keep backing out over the blue line. Once you cross the blue line, you got to stay in. The puck has to come out on its own, not on purpose. You don't like overtime, David? Wow. What happens in a playoff game? I don't mind overtime at all. I think the overtime's pretty fun and exciting. They can tweak it a little bit. So I'm fine with that. But if you don't score in the overtime, what's a better way than a shootout? I wish they'd find one. Yeah, I think 3-on-3 overtime is exciting, but they got to stop the constantly being able to back out. I definitely I think that's something they can tweak. It's no OTs are unclean. How are they? I don't get what you mean by unclean. I mean, if it's good enough for playoffs, why would that not be good enough for regular season to have a 5 or 10 minute OT? I personally, I don't agree with you. I have no problem with ties myself, but the league does, and they don't want them anymore, so it's not going to go backward. OT I guess the shootout are here to stay unless there's a better alternative than the shootout. I wish they'd find one. But for me, I have no problem with ties. Have the 5-minute OT. If you don't score, it's tied. No, I have no problem in trying to make a decision in the game with a 5-minute OT. I have no problem with that. But then I also have no problem with a tie after the OT. The league clearly does. Andre, it's not that interesting a fact. We do that here too. We also, some last names are based on what the father's name was, and you just add son to it. And that's how you get like Anderson. His father's name was Anders, no, or Ander. And he's Anders' son. That's how a lot of names, so it's the same here. Is Andy injured? Is that what you were saying up there? Oh, he won't return. Oh, I wonder what I didn't see anything happen to Andy. Did I miss something? People don't like ties. Yeah, I don't mind a tie after the OT though. I have the OT and I don't mind if it's tied still. But the NHL doesn't like that and they're not going to go backward. So we got to find an alternative to a shootout. Is there one? I don't know. I don't think so. It might be Nordic, but we still have it here. You're a purist? Yeah. It's fine, but if you can't change, if you can't change, is that good though? You just refuse to change? I don't think that's good either. So, I like traditions and stuff, but I mean, I'm not a purist with it. I'm not a snob about it. And shoes too, Phil. Ties and shoes. Good chance they're off the crossbar. An insurance goal would go really nice with 10 minutes left in this game or in regulation. Yeah, he was an asshole. That's why they fired Brandon Prust. Have you ever seen him? The stuff he says on the internet? He's an asshole. I'm not surprised he got fired. He's a right wing asshole, Brandon Prust. Lucic looking for an NHL job. Good luck, dude. Yeah, there's lots of assholes on the internet, like literally. Slap. Speaking of slap, he just scored. I have to be honest. I'm watching the chat more than I'm watching the screen, but Slap just scored 6-4. Well, I got lots more confidence in this game now. They needed that insurance goal. I'm glad they got it. David, you'd pick up Lucic for heavy games in the playoffs. I wouldn't touch Lucic with a 20-foot pole. What time's left here? I know. Sorry, I'm being quiet. Faceoff is in the half zone to the left of Dobish. To the left or the right? That looks like the right of Dobish. How did that happen? Habs control it anyway after the faceoff. Lucic is done as a player, David. I believe he's done as a player. That's why he's looking for a coaching job. Seven minutes left in regulation. We're leading 6-4, even though we're out, big outshot 24-18. Good. Lucic can go to a playoff bound team, not to Montreal ever. I may change my like I may change my team if they sign him. That's like a firing offense for Hughes if he signs him. How anyone, honestly, anyone could look at their team and go, you know what this team needs? Milan Lucic. That's what this team needs. Beyond me to think that. Ooh, slap shot went through the crease. Who's placeholder? Five minutes to go here. Looking good so far. Good experience for them to, to close out games. They got to learn how to close out games better. This is good for them. You mean a goon, David? You still think this league you can have a guy who's a goon, strictly a goon, does nothing else, and you think we can do that in this league? Still? No. England, that's a good place for him. Let him play in England. You think we need a goon? Every team should have a goon that cannot play hockey, is there just to break bones. That's what you think. Man. Okay. Talk about being a dinosaur, David. What do you mean, Jack Eye? Jack Eye's a goon? That's what you're gonna say? Jack Eye's a goon? Fuck, you guys need to learn hockey. I'm sorry. That's all I can say. You guys need to learn about hockey. How's Jack Eye a goon? Rampy's a goon. Rampy's a goon. Why not have there's no room for guys that can't play on your team anymore. There's no room anymore for guys like that. That's why. Yeah, let him go play with Galchenyuk. That's a good place for him. .420 to go in the third. Love that. Hall with a shot, saved Dobish. For about 4 minutes to go. Gotta say, pretty confident now for the win. I don't see Carolina getting 2 goals right now, the way they're playing, the way Habs are playing. You get 2 goals in the next 4. I hope I'm right. Habs are 11-3-0 when Caulfield scores. That's what it just said. Glad, David, I'm sorry, but I'm glad you're not our GM. Only thing that would happen with Lucic in our lineup in the playoffs is we'd lose. Lose, dude. Worst team in the league would beat us with that guy in our lineup. That's how much he'd screw up our lineup. Oh, that's shitty news, J-Fed. Well, they're going to make it interesting. 6-5. Aho, second goal of the game. 3 minutes to go, too. This ain't over yet. Too bad we didn't have a goon in our lineup. Oh, is the goalie out? That's how much I'm paying attention here tonight. It's not good. I'm not paying attention. You'll be GM soon? God damn, I got to find a new team. He couldn't be GM in Toronto. He'd be way overqualified for Toronto. Half their fans left the arena. ICE showed up, Phil. So they all ran out. Brad, you did say that earlier. I have to admit, you did say that. And they haven't won yet, though. David, they're only staying in this game this long because we don't have Lucic in our lineup. That's why. I had to do that. Hudson, all the way behind the net, empty net goal. 7-5. This game is over. 2 minutes left. This game's over. I know, David. I don't know what this team's going to do without signing Lucic. I mean, boy, that guy would move the needle. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. I feel like I just said that. Any second, the Douglas Hospital is coming to pick me up. Any second has to be. That's how I feel about it. Toronto came back and won. Wow. Winnipeg, yeah, really shitty. Wasn't Winnipeg the President's Trophy winner last season? Man, the Habs are scoring goals these days. Minute 12 left. No, David, I'm sorry. I thought we were just having a disagreement. That's all. Sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to be insulting. If I was, I do apologize. And me too, no problem. I still don't. Not for a second. I'm not even joking. I would have to take the year off from doing the games if they signed Lucic. I would have to. It's not how pretty you win, it's how many you win. That's really what it's about. So I'll take it. I have no problem with how they won tonight. You were at the Panthers game? You're in Florida? Yeah, that was a good comeback win. I was sure that game was done. I'd never get over the fact that they would reach out and and sign a player like that. I'd lose my confidence in the administration, the Habs administration. Absolutely lose my confidence in them. I don't care what happened back then. Different GM, different everybody. So what's the difference about back then? How does that change what I said, Phil? How does that change what I said? I didn't see Monty visually distressed last game at all. Yeah, you're right, Phil. Matt Greer, that's Zach Cassian that I think you're talking about. He didn't. Zach Cassian was hanging out with Galchenyuk, and they had that accident with the girls in the car, and that was it. Bye bye, Cassian. Have a good one, Brad. I'm taking off here too. I'm tired. Gonna try to do that members only thing tonight. I don't know. I also got to cook. It's a long night. Um, yeah, it's been a weird night. Sorry if I've been a little quiet, but just a tired night for some reason. He looked destroyed. That's his focus face. He focuses. He doesn't look around. He just tries to look at the ice and doesn't. I didn't see that at all. So I'm sorry. I wasn't there, but I didn't see anything like that from Monty. All right. Yeah. I'm going to take off here too. So I'm back tomorrow for the quarterfinal. Canada and Slovakia. Don't forget that. And then weekend games, afternoon games, both of them. And I will have more energy, I promise you, for those games. Thanks for being here, everybody. I appreciate it. If I did say anything wrong to anybody, if my attitude was bad, I do apologize sincerely. It does happen. It can get away from me, and I hope I didn't piss anybody off. And until next time, again, stay safe out there. Peace out. Go Habs, go. And I'll see you next time, babe. I don't know what I was about to say there. I think I was going to say buddies, and it almost came out weird. I'll see you next time. Have a good night. Thanks for being here. Bye, everybody.